Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of GFreak Speaks, episode number 18. This is sponsored by absolutely fucking nobody, because no one's jumping on board. So if you guys want to sponsor the podcast, make sure to jump on board. This is where the sponsor will be plugged, as well as in the middle of the podcast. So a couple of times, sponsors out there, jump on board, baby. But we welcome Ty. Thank you so much for coming on to the podcast, man. How you doing?
Hey, my pleasure, man. Nice to see you again. Good to talk.
It's been a while, man.
Get into it. It has been.
It's been too long, bro.
The pandemic just kind of killed everyone's. Like we would normally see each other and catch each other at these events that happen, but the pandemic has truly ruined all of that for us in the past couple of years.
I know, man. It's been a couple of years, bro, since we've actually seen each other. Probably like MEO or something. All right. Was that the last event, or was PAX was after that? It's probably PAX then, man.
Yeah, I think we saw each other at PAX after that.
Yeah, it was PAX, but dude, tell us about your gaming. I know, man. Tell us about your gaming journey for people that don't know who you are. You know, who are you today? What do you get up to, man? How'd you get into it?
I guess I started competing in like COD when I was like 13 or 14 years old, and then transitioned into Gears of War. I played Gears like 5 years, 6 years, and then kind of hit a lick in Gears 5. We popped off and we won a LAN at PAX, and that was kind of it. Gears died after that, and not much happened with the game, but that's kind of where I found my success. I tried competing in Apex after that for a little bit, but I just didn't have the talent. So I thought, I studied like media and comms at uni, so it just felt natural for me to take a backseat and start producing these guys' videos and stuff like that. But yeah, started out in Gears, tried my hand at Apex, no talent, and now I'm just fucking around playing World of Warcraft and editing videos.
Yeah, fair enough, man. So how come you went from Gears Pro, like winning all that stuff? I know the game died, but
the game died, bro.
How come Apex was
tournaments left.
How come Apex was the thing of choice, not like another game? Like, you know, you're in World of Warcraft. Like, what about League of Legends, Dota?
Well, I tried to
CSGO.
compete.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tried to compete in League when I was at uni.
Yeah.
I joined some academy team, was playing with like some diamond players, and we were competing, but it's just too hard to break into. Gears was like the only game that I could break into that I had the somewhat talent. I was still bad at the game, but I was a big fish in a small pond, you know, so it was just fine. And then Apex, just the skill is insane in that game.
Oh, for sure. It's nuts.
You got to be playing like 16 hours a day to hang with the best, so I don't have time for that shit, unfortunately.
Nah, all the resources and the money here in Australia, man. You know, it's probably, I guess it's around the world. Like, if you're a good player anywhere, you know, but I think that to hang with the big boys, you got to live with them and play with them all the time to get better. You're only as good,
really do.
You know what I mean? So
if you're not playing against the best players like on a regular basis, if you just play ranked shit like that, you won't be good enough, because the environment's so different in a scrim lobby.
Well, that's what I find so difficult. Like when Aussie teams go to America and compete, like,
they're just ranked pop stars, bro. All they know how to do is like rush a site, and team play's lacking. I'm sure that's changing now, but it's always been an issue for O's teams.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, dude. I can't help but notice the PC in the background, bro. How often do you have to dust that thing down? Now, for the people listening right now, it's literally a PC case, but it looks like it's made with like, it's set up like a Meccano. Like, it has like a skeleton on the outside with the Meccano looking parts, and then it's just fans, red cables, GPU, CPU, power supply, all exposed. Nothing. So tell me about that, man.
I have a compressor to dust it down, but yeah, it's just a mining rig that I'm working on at the moment.
Oh, mining. Is that powering this?
Working on it.
No, it's not on right now.
Machine.
Okay.
It's been a temperamental little bitch and won't stay online, so it's at my house while I figure it out.
Dude, it's online. I can see the fan spinning.
Yeah, but it'll go offline in like an hour and a half, and I'll have to figure it out. Until I get it stable, it lives there.
So you're crypto mining, man. You're doing a bit of mining now.
Yeah, I've got some money in it.
Hey, there we go, baby. There we go. How much cash you earned from some mining, bro?
Like, to be honest with you, That's a hard question to answer, but we're doing all right. I'll say that much.
Doing all right, okay. Okay. So what do you think of the long-term goal is with the crypto mining? Do you reckon you could just get into that full-time?
Well, I think you could. If you built enough of those rigs to manage full-time, you could. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm too busy with other stuff at this point. I've got other ventures that I'm pushing and trying to, like, get a grasp and foothold in. So this is kind of just on the back burner. It's a nice little timeout from editing and just work, if that makes sense. Like, I like turn around and I like tweak it and work on it, and yeah, what
makes a good rig for crypto mining? Something low power and maximum output?
Pretty much, yeah. You want high efficiency cards, so like if you can get 3090s, those things hash like fucking hard. You want those. And then you just want like a power supply that can, I guess, run efficiently. And yeah, you want a good like miner as well. Like there's so many out there, and they all like have different rates, and you have better connection to some servers. It's kind of hard to explain in like a 35-minute podcast, but
from what I understand is you want to have, like, I know that a lot of people use 3060 Ti's for their mining instead of 3090s because of the power consumption.
These are all 3060 Ti's.
Yeah. So
like
they have
3090s are all stable. It's just like these ones are being a bitch.
Okay, no, that's fair enough, man. So, and I think that the way I was explained it was explained to me is that you want to have the most power efficient, strongest machine possible. However, it has to solve equations the fastest time to then put it back out to then make money. Is that how it works? A bit of crypto, like
so
to put into layman's terms.
Yeah, you get paid rewards based on the hash power of your rig. So you connect to a pool, and you share your hash power with the pool. And then when the pool mines a block and gets paid the reward, you get a cut of that reward.
Okay.
You can set it up so that like you're the only mining rig mining for that reward. And there's like stories of these Bitcoin miners who are just like going for they're basically buying a lottery ticket, setting their Bitcoin miner up to mine one hash, and then hopefully they win the hash, get the hash back in time, and like they get paid the reward fully without sharing it with the pool. So there's some crazy shit you can do in that regard. I haven't really done any of that, but there's some cool stories out there of like some guy just hashing $230,000 worth of Bitcoin overnight while he was sleeping.
What?
And it's all his. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Overnight, just while so it does it automatically. You like connect it to a server, and it just.
Yep. They just work in the background.
That is wild. Where does someone start if they want to get into mining crypto?
Well, you have a computer already. I'm assuming most of the people listening to this will have a graphics card that they use to run their games on. That graphics card's probably good enough to like hash out some Bitcoins or Ethereum if you wanted it.
Yeah, okay. No worries. No worries.
Yeah, just a Google search away.
Google search away from 250K. That's right, man. I actually did see something. I don't know what country it was. I'm going to guess. So all the Russians out there don't come at me, but I think it was in Russia and or Japan, and they found like this whole literal library full of PS4s, and they were all hooked up and they were mining illegally using all of those hooked up in shelves, like shelving like a library. And it was an abandoned place, and because they found it because there was a massive power consumption there, but no one was paying the bill. So they were properly getting the hash, what you're talking about, on major profit because they're not paying the power bill. So
you're not paying the power bill, or like these setups with solar panels and shit.
What?
Yeah, so you get like free electricity, and then you just mine.
And you can also, if you have too much of it in a battery, you can sell it back to the government too. So you double. You're doubling down, man.
Exactly.
Damn, bro. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Hey?
We're 5 years too late, bro. We should have been doing this like 5 years ago.
I'm too late, bro.
We're too rich.
Late. Yeah. 5 years too late.
Fucking rich.
If I didn't do the gaming path, I would never have a PC, so.
Yeah, well, you're one step closer to mining if you give a fuck about it. Having a PC is like the the entry to it all. So.
Pretty much, man. Hey, but let's go over that. So 5 years ago, I started my journey on Twitch and streaming and stuff, and then I attended my first event in like 2017 or 18.
Yeah, what event was that?
It was PAX.
That was PAX.
Explain how we met, man. I remember it. Do you remember? Come on. You dog. You dog, man. Come on. You're dogging me, bro. Come on. Stretch back in that brain of yours. Come on, man. What PAX?
It was at PAX.
It was at PAX, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So
I'll remember it the second you tell
So
it.
for everyone that is listening as well, put what you guys think in the comments before I tell the story. But the way Ty and I met, he was up on stage with Kanga. It was at it was a stage, right?
It was, right.
And Ty was picking out people. He was picking out people, bro, to jump up on stage and play with him. It was Black Ops 4. And I'm putting my hand up, and he's the only guy with a controller. And I'm like, oh, bro, the only way to get, like, I'm already standing out like a sore thumb, okay? The mullet stands out. But I'm like, dude.
I wanted to pick you. I was saving you for last.
Yeah, and I'm like, this guy's dogging me, bro. Like, it happened like 3 times. And I was like, this is the last time this is happening, man. So what I did is I got my scuff controller out and just said,
I remember
controller gang, bro. Controller gang.
You're right.
And then you finally goddamn picked me. And then that's how we met. We got that photo. It was a pretty dope photo. I think I put it on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram in the early days.
Nice.
But yeah, it was that was pretty funny. And yeah, that was a good time. That was the first time I met yourself, Hades.
Yeah.
And I think from there, Hades
like on stage, huh?
Yeah,
you
Hades
played for a couple of rounds. You met everyone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long after that you were in Kanga yourself.
I know. I jumped up on stage and then I was doing events, bro.
Yeah. It just goes to show like the initiative you can take at these events as well. And if you really care about making it in this industry, it's just about putting your hand up and being there. And yeah, you're like living proof of that, bro. You're in Chiefs esports now, man. Like, you're killing it. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thanks, bro. Look, I appreciate the gas. I'm not going to pump myself up too much.
Man.
I'm not going to.
Gas is going to gas you up.
I'm not absolutely killing it. I'm not killing it. If I was killing it, I'd be full time with over 200 viewers. You know what I mean?
We're in OS, bro. It's steady curve. You'll get there, man.
It's taken 5 years, man. It's a long thing.
Yeah.
I've really taken up the passion for podcasting. I'm tempted to change.
I'm glad you have too, by the way.
Oh, I'm the only person that does it. These type of ones in the country. So
yeah,
I want to
glad to jump on.
Yeah, I want to jump on possibly that more and possibly change my Facebook contract back to Twitch.
Yep.
1 day less streaming on the platform, so back down to 3 days from 4. And put an extra day into editing and getting an extra guest on per week, and even pump these out twice a week, man. 2 a week.
That would be lit. You could do that, man.
It's just getting the connections of people, man. It's really hard. Like at the moment, as we're growing, I'm always appreciative of anyone that comes on the podcast, because a lot of people, like, I'm friends with some people and they don't make time, or they're too busy, or they just simply don't reply. I'm like, bro, we used to play games all the time, bro. Like, what?
Come on, bro.
But I tell you what, if Joe Rogan was knocking on their door, or anyone with a lot of views, they'd be like, oh, let's jump on the podcast. Hey, so that's the thing. You know, if you don't reply to my DMs, okay, and you want to jump on the podcast and tell your story because the podcast is about you, then you're never coming on. Yeah. It's as simple as that. If you don't reply to me, you're never coming on. So I appreciate the people that get back to me, though. They're happy. They're fine doing that. They're like, oh, I can't. I don't feel comfortable. And I'm like, totally fair enough. That's okay. But
any big names that you could have had that were too shy?
No, I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to call them out. I want to get one person for episode 23.
Yeah.
I'll have to reach out.
Do I know them?
You would, yeah. A lot of people, everyone that listens to this podcast would know them. Everyone.
Interesting. I wonder who it could be.
National hero. But I'm just going to... National hero.
Leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that. But I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch my eggs.
Yeah,
how that saying goes, man? I don't know. I think it's count the chickens before they hatch. That's right, yeah. I had it. I just spooked myself out.
I don't know.
I had it, man. I had this. Anyway, let's go through that day at Melbourne Esports Over, the first one ever in the country.
I remember
What do we
doing the
do?
deepest dab on you
Yeah.
in front of that sign.
So for
That
people that
photo-
don't know, Melbourne Esports Open, MEO, was 2019. It was the first and only event. Actually, no, it was the second one.
Second
one. So the first one, that's when I featured on ESL's like thing doing push-ups and talking about snags and stuff. That was funny.
as
And then the
That
year
was a
after,
bad
that's when I was with Kanga.
segment.
And it was pretty funny, man. We signed a deal with JB Hi-Fi, and it was the only deal that they did with anyone.
I had to bring my PC out on site to edit for the whole thing.
It was the only deal that JB did with anyone. So it was kind of like the make or break. So that's why the pressure was there on us to produce something good. And for people that haven't seen the footage, they wanted me to do day recaps in the morning, afternoon, night, walk around like Sam Newman and do vox pops, so ask people random questions about shit.
Yeah, he was literally the Sam Newman of MEO night.
Just roaming Jacko, just jumping around, talking shit to people.
We had some pretty funny segments.
Yeah, but we couldn't post some of them, man, because they were like too sketchy, man. I wish I still had them, man. I'd put them up now.
Yeah, I wonder where. Yeah, I would like to see them again.
Justin probably hasn't, maybe. Oh, maybe, probably not.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. No, I don't think so.
Unlikely.
I don't think so. But anyway, let's go into dude, this year Dreamhack, and then is Dreamhack part of MEO or is that separate as well?
I'm honestly not entirely sure. I think that it's replacing it. I could be wrong though.
Okay, that's dope.
I think it's just IEM Melbourne now. Is it IEM Melbourne?
Intel Extreme Masters, Dreamhack, IEM's different to Dreamhack. Dreamhack's a different tournament organizer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick then.
Yeah.
That's an extra event.
IEM in Sydney.
Well, they changed it.
Has
We
that even
scabbed
been
it.
announced?
IEM. IEM was before COVID. That was coming to Melbourne, and it was going to be part of Melbourne Esports Open.
That's so sad. Man.
I know, bro.
Melbourne lost so many events in the pandemic.
I know.
It's
sad, bro.
It's really upsetting to think about, to be honest with you.
It's sad, man. But hey, dude, let's jump into your editing and stuff. So you're an editor for a lot of people. One that definitely piques my curiosity is for the ALGS with EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports. I think it's just EA now.
Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game, dude. I'm getting that sweet EA money right now.
Hey, so are you working directly for EA?
Nah, I'm working with Longshot.
Who's Longshot?
Longshot, the producer
of Apex, yeah?
Of Apex in OS, or Apex South.
Okay.
So
how'd you land that gig?
I know the main guy, Roots. I worked with him at MEO.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Yeah. So once again, it's just like you pull up at these events, you meet people, and then later on, you end up getting work with them. So it's like, it's really important, I guess, in that aspect. But yeah, so I knew Roots from back in the day, and I had an interview with him and Genome, and they put me on the job, and I've just been doing consistent good work for them ever since. And they're always happy with the product that I produce, and they're putting me on more jobs now. I'm doing like socials for them as well. And then after every event, I have to edit highlights up and stuff like that. So it's all coming out. There's a lot of content through them, which is good.
So what's some advice for someone that's an editor aspiring to be part of some big leagues like that and whatnot? What's some advice, that I want to... We're gonna talk about some advice.
Honestly, being an editor, like, on its own, just being only an editor probably won't pay the bills unless you've got hella gigs like every single day. Your skill set needs to be more broad than that, than just being able to edit a video, because the fact is there's AI coming out that will edit all these videos for you soon, and my job will become pretty obsolete in the sense that there's so many app making, like movie maker apps, like it's so easy to put a video in a timeline and render it out with some effects. It's not difficult anymore. So getting paid to be an editor is going to be difficult in the sense that everyone can do it now. So to be a successful like editor in this business, you need to know how to produce a show and do audio lines and run like video feeds into software, and just you need to be more than just an editor in my opinion today.
And where do you see it going in about 5 years time or 10 years when you see that the AI is coming in to take over the jobs, man? But that Terminator shit happening.
Well,
where do you
seen
see
that deepfake technology coming through? Like,
I've seen that.
Soon we won't need actors anymore. We'll just need photos of actors.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's insane the way it's going. They'll still need people to rig all that stuff up and make it look nice, but yeah, the general editor won't exist because everyone can just do it so easily.
You'll probably be more like a producer instead of editor.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Sometimes I can't produce for shit, man. Like, I'll be struggling to come up with an idea, but as soon as someone's got the idea, I can track the video in 25 minutes. But so yeah, being creative in that sense helps. Having ideas and just getting your content out there. I think it's more important to produce rubbish every day than spend 6 months on some amazing project, especially at this level in regards to content creation and editing and things like that. Maybe if you worked at a cinema or like you were in the film industry or something like that and you were actually spending 6 months to edit a movie for a finished product, that would be different. But yeah, just daily content I think is important for everyone to like make it as well, because I know you've been putting in the work with daily content as well, and like kind of think it's the only way to grow.
Yeah, for sure. Hey Ty, just a quick one, man. Your head's like looking huge right now on the camera. Can you sit back? Dude, you're full like Nick Merckson right now. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, we got this, bro. We got this.
God damn it.
Oh, man. I thought you were talking into your mic, man.
Is that better? I dropped
Way
my
better.
mic. Okay.
I thought you were talking into your mic. No, I'm just saying, like, sit back. Otherwise, like, when I do these clips, man, you're going to be, like, looking mega huge.
You're right.
Dude, that's some piss, man. No, I like it. Now you kick back. That's good. That's how we want you, man. Sorry to interrupt there. That was pretty funny. To the people listening, Ty was like right up in the mic. He was getting real passionate about his subjects, man. I love that. Love that. And then I joined him too, bro.
I just got called out, bro.
I was jumping up there too with you, man.
Okay, sweet.
But don't worry, that'll be a good clip. Don't worry about it.
I can't wait.
I can't wait for that either, man. But let's talk about some of, you know, I know that. Hang on, let me just talk about some stuff. I know that you were going through a mental rut with some of your mental health and whatnot. Do you mind
going through it, to be honest.
Well, there we go. Do you mind sharing about it? Do you mind sharing your experience with it all, and for people out there listening, you know, if they're down and stuff, how do you get out of it, and how do you push through it, and you know, just tell me about it.
To be honest, I haven't really spoken or touched on mental health in a public setting before. I speak about it privately with friends and things like that, so this is like a fresh topic for me. But I struggle with depression and manic episodes. Basically, I'm hyper-focused and laser-focused until I'm not, and then I'm out for like days or sometimes weeks at a time. But it's to stay on top of is a daily exercise. You need to like maintain it sounds cliche, but you really need to be getting sunlight on your skin every day, exercise. You need to be drinking water and making sure your body's hydrated. I'm finding as I'm getting older as well, I'm like drinking water and I'm not getting hydrated. So like you have to like supplement your diet with like extra salts in your water and like just little things like that don't really make sense initially, but you'll learn in time, you know. So anyone struggling with like mental health stuff, just make sure you're doing the 3 consistent things, like staying hydrated, getting out of bed, and like getting sunlight on your skin and getting exercise. If that makes sense. It's super cliche. I hate to like say that because
No,
everyone
you're right,
does,
man.
I think.
It's simple.
But it really is the thing that will like keep you on top of stuff. And even though you might be feeling down that day, but if you've done your exercise and you've done those things, then it'll make things a lot easier. And just like building off that as well, even more, like making your bed, ensuring that like you've got meals ready or prepared, or not waiting till like 11 o'clock at night to make your dinner, like having it prepped or started thinking about it in the afternoon. And yeah, just little like life things you wouldn't think, like you can fall into habit.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I feel you, man. And look, personally, I have never been in that position. Okay, so
yeah,
I don't firsthand understand from a firsthand experience how it is and how you feel. I do understand from hearing people's stories about how they feel, and when you talk to them about also, so what are you doing? You know, what are you up to? And I think that some of the good advice is someone that has been around a lot of people that have done that is, I think that one thing is if you live close enough and stuff or whatever, no matter if they don't want to see you, if they don't answer their phone, it doesn't hurt to go and reach out and say, or go knock on their door and say, hey bro, I'm here for you, want to just hang out? And you don't have to talk about it. You can just be there. And I think that just being around, like blokes, we're blokes, right? So you could just sit in the same room as a bloke and we can just sit there and not even talk and just watch TV or look at the wall or watch a fire. Or watch a fire glow. And we're basic, man. We can watch a river stream and be like, oh, fuck, look, that's sick, man. And that's all you could say. You could be like, whoa, look at that, man. And that's it. But you could be having a good time as a bloke. And I think that you just definitely got to be there for one another. If you've got friends out there that are going through things like that. And like you're saying, keep it basic, you know, make sure you exercise. Even if you do like a 10-minute walk, okay?
Yeah, that's all I'm talking as well. Yeah,
and hydrate.
Walk to the shop and get a bottle of water or cigarettes or whatever I need, or like cat food or whatever I need for that day. Getting the exercise is like a requirement at this point.
Well, and same as the vitamin D.
Your mates, just ask them how they are. Don't ask what they're doing. Just find out how they're doing. Yeah. That's, I think, more important as well.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure, dude. And it's just one of those things. It's a very big thing now when with social media, not everyone's catching up in person as much anymore. Everyone's doing it virtually. And I think that you can kind of get in a rut where you just lose that social presence and how to talk and communicate with people. Which is a serious issue with, you know, kids coming up nowadays. You know, they're all online and all that type of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of that stuff happening. And, you know, like for example, just to segue a little bit, kids get bullied online more than ever now because they go home and they can't escape it. You know, back in like the early 2000s when I was in primary school, I used to go to school, play, have my lunchtime and playtime and all that type of stuff. Come back home.
Game Boy in primary school.
Have a Game Boy,
not online,
and go back home, and then you don't think about it, you know. And then you go back to school and it's a fresh day again.
But there's class clowns like making private or anonymous accounts, like just destroying their giving their classmates PTSD from the bullying. And
well, people right now, they're having a go at each other for not liking their posts in primary school and high school. Like, that's what it's getting to now. It's like, why didn't you like my post? Why didn't you tag me? Why didn't you, you know? And it's just like constantly everyone's in your head and in your space, and you've got your own space, man. And
that's kind of gross to think about.
It's shocking, isn't it?
We've had a taste of it in our industry, I think, at times. You've seen that kind of passive aggressive behavior from even like people you know. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
But yeah, it's just so tempting. Social media is like really gross on our society. Yep. But it's I don't know, it's the only way to get jobs as well. So it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, man. I'm a prime candidate for that. If I didn't do what I did, then I wouldn't have landed this job that I didn't even apply for.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It is a crazy industry. It's a crazy world that we live in, dude. And you just got to stay on top of it. I think that a good one for people that need vitamin D. I need a bit of vitamin D. I do get out, but I'm pretty white. But dude, the best way to intake it, you know where the best body part to intake it in from?
Where? Don't say it.
Yeah. No, I'm being here. Being
No
serious.
way,
Okay.
really?
No. That's
No way.
That's cap. That's cap.
That's gotta be cap.
That's cap. Your belly. Your stomach.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. You didn't let me finish, man. You started laughing before I said it.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
No, I'll go out. I'll get my son when I walk. I'll try and like, I don't know, walk with like just t-shirt and shorts, cop it that way.
Yeah, exactly,
It could
man.
be nice to like lay down in the grass sometimes, but
Yeah. It's coming up to hay fever season, man. You don't want to do that.
hay fever's rough at the moment.
Oh, it's shocking. I hate it, man. Actually, with hay fever, I get this stuff. I can't remember the name of it. The doctors have it prescribed, and anyway, it's like it's a nasal steroid. Doesn't make
like Telfast.
No, yeah, but that's an antihistamine, but on a small scale. This one's like a proper steroid, antihistamine. I don't know too much what's in it. I know it's a steroid. I heard steroids in my ears peak. I'm like, oh, fibro, got a massive pump. But it's you take it, you do it one spray in the morning and one in the night for each nostril, and you do it leading into hay fever season and throughout hay fever season. And mate, you get hay fever mildly if it's a really bad day, and otherwise it's Mickey Mouse. It's so good. Love it.
Bro, I never had hay fever until I like started when I got to my mid-20s.
What?
Like hay fever hit me.
No way. Really?
Never got it before then. Well, I never noticed having it before then. I'm like, would sneeze.
Oh, maybe you had it then. Maybe you had it. You just didn't notice.
Yeah, maybe.
You're hanging
I
around.
used to mow the lawns and shit, so I don't know. Maybe.
Hanging around too much cut grass, bro.
Yeah. Couldn't be me, dude.
Yeah, no, dude, that was the one thing I hated doing when I was at home, mowing the grass, dude.
It's pain, bro. I have to do it where I live currently. It's pain in the ass.
Well,
and
the only reason I hated it
quickly.
is because of the hay fever.
True.
Otherwise, I wouldn't mind too much. But it's the hay fever, man. I'm like, I'm going out there to just bust me nut. But look, you know, if your parents aren't charging you board and stuff, and you're living at home,
mow them lawns,
you just gotta mow the lawn and have a bit of snot hanging down to your knees.
What a world, bro.
I know, man.
That's how you know you had it tough growing up.
I know. But even like another thing for people that are struggling to get motivation, I think that would be as simple as go back to the old school pen and paper, or even on your phone, and just write a checklist of everything you want to do that day, even if it's basic, and then the satisfaction and the dopamine that's released when you do that check mark next to that task.
I never realized that either. Same with like if you use a Google Calendar. I've been using Google Calendar to do the exact same thing.
Yep.
I put in all my edits, or someone will queue up an edit, be like, hey, I need this done. I just put my whole life in my Google Calendar at this point, and just...
Even if you're struggling, like, you know, you wake up, tick, make bed, tick, put socks on, tick, brush teeth, tick, make breakfast. Dude, you've already done like 8 things by then, and you're feeling good. Even though it's the smallest things ever, you don't think about that. You think about the task that you've written down and completed.
And then it makes getting into like work easier, or whatever you need to do that day easier.
Oh yeah, man. So what do you train, or you just do your walks?
Pretty much. I'm not training at the moment or doing anything like that. I'm pretty, what's the word? I live a sedentary lifestyle right now.
Yep.
I need to change that for sure. But I'm just so busy with work and like,
Hey, you got 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Go for it. 10-minute workouts, bro.
No, you're right.
There we go. I just got you, man. I just exposed you, bro. Just exposed you, man.
I do have 10 minutes.
You got 10 minutes. And you know, all it takes, you can even do a workout in 5 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
5 minutes is better than no minutes. And like, if you look up literally on YouTube, there's some great workouts there, man. If you don't have weights or anything, just do full body exercises.
I have weights.
Oh, well, there we go. Just search like full body exercise, dumbbell 10-minute workout. And so much stuff will come up, dude. Even in ISO, I was doing 20-minute workouts and stuff, man. Just with dumbbells on my kitchen floor. And that's how I did it. And then that's when I took up skipping for cardio stuff, because I couldn't run on a treadmill.
I've seen you at skips. You're actually beast skipper.
I'm going all right. I haven't done it for...
Skip rope king, dude.
The SRK. Dude, speaking of
And no one
SK,
does it better, dude.
oh, there are a lot of people that do it better. There's this chick. There's this
I
chick
didn't
called,
see him.
oh yeah, there's this chick
You're the
called
only
Lauren
skipper I
Jumps.
see on my timeline. Lauren Jumps, her whole brand
Nah.
is around it.
Lauren Jumps, and then there's a guy called
Damn.
Rush Athletics. Rushy is his name. He's
No shot.
He's great. He has his own ropes. This chick though, she has more followers than him, and she started after him. She's amazing. He's great too. He's super slick. He's like tall, slim. He's this like super like cool Indian dude, and he lives in the UK. Long hair, ponytail. Always wears he wears Ray-Bans when he skips. Like he has a bit of GFreak about him. Has a bit of GFreak about him, man. Dude, he's sick. But yeah, there's some great skippers out there, man. Like I'm like shit compared to them, man. Even though I'm good.
I need to see some of these skippers on my timeline, dog. You gotta like their posts more.
Dude, they're nuts. I'll put one up.
Imagine your whole brand is around skip rope, dude. Holy fuck. You gotta be talented.
That's your life, man. I saw some guy. He looks like I think he's an African American gentleman. He's based in America, and his rope is like short as, and it just breezes over his head. So when your rope's short, it means you're a gun, pretty much.
No shot. Huh?
And the way he skips is incredible. And he's sponsored by Red Bull. That guy.
What a
you know how Red Bull like sponsors like niche things, man, like sailing and archery and skiing and I guess Formula 1's not too niche, but esports, they sponsor the Chiefs. Shout out to the Red Bull. But actually, speaking of Chiefs though, man. So who do you edit for with and whatnot with Chiefs?
Oh, at the moment, I'm working with Barcode from the Halo team.
Oh, he was on the podcast, man.
No shot. I haven't seen that episode yet.
I'm not going to it, man. What are you doing, bro?
I'll check it out.
It's good.
I'll listen to it on my walk, bro. So me and him have been pumping out the content recently. He's basically the star player of our scene right now.
He is, man. He is.
Getting hosted by Snipe Down, and he's just a god right now. He's a beast player, and you see what he's done for the Chiefs in the small amount of time he's been on the team. Kind of insane.
Yeah.
But me and Barcode used to play together in Gears of War. So
really?
Me and him have actually go way back, and I always knew he would be good when the game came out, and the game came out, and now he's the best player on the best team. So
there we go, baby.
It's it was pretty easy transition. I reached out to him not too long ago. Basically, when he got signed to Chiefs, it was a great time to start his YouTube channel up, and I just started cutting videos for him. And I've got on my calendar actually today to finish up a couple of his videos here. So there'll be some more fresh content coming out soon. How he he qualified for Kansas, I think.
Kansas, yeah. They've won 10 events in a row. So they went to
insane, dude.
They went to Anaheim, I believe, and then earlier in the year, and then that's when I interviewed him after that on the podcast.
I see.
And you saw that he ran into Pistola and some other people.
Yeah.
You know, sad times with Pistola getting dropped from Optic, man. What do you?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that yet?
I did. Did you see him on the episodes though?
What do you
Did
mean?
you see him on Hector's vlogs and stuff?
Yeah, he was funny. He was good for content.
You thought he was funny? I'm like, I didn't like him that much. So
He's pretty funny. He's definitely got the mop head.
He's a god gamer, no doubt about it.
That's one person I want to get on the podcast. Speaking of OGs, is Fear Itself. You know Fear Itself?
Who's that?
He's a Halo pro. He used to play for Final Boss.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
what about apparently Ogre One's in Australia and stuff like that?
Is he?
Yeah, him and Alex play all the time.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to slide into Alex's DMs and say, hey, get him on the podcast, bro. I want him
talk to Ogre One, bro. That would be sick.
Is he the goat or was Ogre 2? Because there was a list that went out. It was one of them.
I don't know. Either one. You got Ogre on your podcast. That'll be nuts.
That'll be dope, bro. That would be nuts.
Good idea. Definitely hit him up.
Yeah, Justin Katz. He's a ex-pro player for Final Boss. You would have heard of Final Boss, yeah? Mm-hmm. Coolest name. They were always the last team. Like, it's literally like a campaign game when you play at LANs. Like, you beat everyone and then you've got Final Boss. Like, that's just the best orc name ever. I'm sad that they never kept that.
You don't like it?
No, I love it.
No, I mean, you don't like that it's gone?
Nah, dude, how good of a name is that? Sign all the best players to the team and
It's
their
a bit
final
clan-y.
boss.
Like, it sounds like a clan name, you know, not an esports name, but each to their
rolls
own.
well, so well, man. It's so good. It's such a powerhouse name, I reckon. Not as big as Chiefs, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, Jesus. Powerful org right there, boys.
Powerful. I reckon that we're definitely number one now.
You guys are doing all right.
what's
Making
going
waves, man.
We are.
From what it seems like from the outside, you guys are making big waves.
Got some big deals coming in. I think my contract
Constantly flogging us in the LCS.
I'm nearly.
Or the LCO.
I think I've got to redeem my contract coming up soon. So we'll see how we go.
Oh.
Oh.
Contract renewal coming up.
Contract renewal. But yeah, the LCO, dude, they're 17-1. The only team that took one map from it was Peace.
Yeah. It's so,
I think Pentanet was the top team.
Literally not even a fair league, bro.
Yeah, Pentanet. Well, I looked at the world rankings, right? And Chiefs is 15 in the world rank.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
And they haven't even. Well, look, they've got a couple of guys from overseas, from America anyway, that have already played in the LCS.
Oh.
So that's who they've got. They've got one guy that was from the Immortals.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of god gamers, bro.
I know, bro. I know. And it's nuts. They're just taking the piss.
Yeah.
It's,
No one can beat
it's
you
just
guys.
crazy.
It's so
Well, Peace took one map, but I reckon they were trolling. Chiefs would have been trolling, man, to lose that map. They should have been 18-0. They should have been, man. I just saw T1 Esports. They're 17-0.
Maybe it was a strategic L.
Maybe.
Gave them better seeding or something.
Nah, well, you can't overtake them, bro. You can't overtake them from one loss.
Maybe there's some hidden play we don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Give them some false sense of like security.
Yeah.
And then next time they just come and clap them, bro. Yeah, there it is.
That's
why we lost, bro. We were, you know. So.
Because the finals will be Chiefs or something. Chiefs vs Kanga.
I've actually got Tally coming on, the mid laner.
No shot. That'll be sick.
Yeah, he's keen.
That'll be fun.
He's keen. He used to play for who do you play for? Peace. He used to play for Peace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so but I'll get him on, and yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast. Tally the beast. So from Peace. Now on Chiefs. I'm just rapping, bro. What is this podcast episode, man?
I don't know. I hope it's a banger.
This is chalked, man. This is the most chalked episode.
Do we re-record it?
Nah. It gets put up, man. It gets put up. Put it up, baby. That's what the people want. I actually don't edit my podcasts in the middle. Once it begins, that's it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I keep it raw.
So
man.
I can't give it a once over, bro?
Cut
out my forehead segment?
No, I'm keeping that. That's funny, bro. That's funny. That is a piss of it.
I've been exposed, but yeah, I'd like to plug my website. If anyone needs some edits done or needs fast turnaround on any work, hit me up. I got some good rates, competitive rates, and I have some people that can vouch for me as well. So
hey, link me the website, man. Link me that, and I'll put that in the description below. But we're coming to the end of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming on to the episode. Ty,
my pleasure,
an absolute
bro.
legend,
my
man.
Pleasure.
Question before you go, and it's always a little bit controversial. Where do you store your butter, buddy? In the fridge or the pantry?
Fridge, bro.
There you go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on to the podcast, Ty. You're an absolute legend. And as for everyone else in the podcast listening, make sure to keep up to date with it on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and Audio Boom for the rest of it. But until then, remember to be safe, stay swollen as always. Boom, baby. Peace.
Shoo.